Prehab sound check. So it's Monday afternoon and I'm getting ready to jump on the bike. It's taper week, so I am cutting the volume down a bit. I will only be doing an hour and a half today, just a easy aerobic ride. It's currently about 32 degrees here in Sydney, so I'll be giving these fans a bit of a workout. So
cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort.
So, just in the sauna. I just finished my 1.5 hours on the trainer. First day of my taper week. It's Monday evening. Just in the sauna. I usually have about 3 to 4 saunas a week, about 30 minutes, about 70 degrees. Couple of reasons heading into summer. Number one being heat acclimatization. There's a couple of health benefits that I won't go into now, but I may in the future. I've got something in the works with someone to do with heat and cold exposure that I might be going over in a future video. So yeah, for now it's just about extending that cardiac volume while not increasing the volume on my legs. So yeah, that's the primary reason why I do saunas like I do, but in addition to that, with those added health benefits that have been proven with saunas.
Oh, early in the morning, here's this. Got to run earlier these days. I know it's only just turned spring, but we're having a heat wave in Sydney. It's going to be 36 today, so I need to get my run done early. I've got an hour in, not endurance, an hour progression. Although nothing really seems like a progression these days. It just all feels like it's that threshold. So I'm just going to do what I've been doing the last couple of runs. Just some walk, run intervals. I'm just going to see how 3 and 3 goes today, just see how the body feels.
Cut my life into pieces. I reach my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong, would it be right? It was with my life tonight. Chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight. And I'm contemplating suicide.
You're nice, aren't you?
Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I never realized I was bent too thin, till it was too late and I was empty within. Hurry, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Devil spiral, where do I begin?
So it's Tuesday morning, just out for my first real run session. Got some 3 minute 30, 75 seconds into 30 seconds a bit faster. A bit nervous, haven't done speed work in over a week, so we'll see. Workout number 2 of the day, I have pretty much a strength endurance workout with some pull pad stuff. Got some fast 50s before that, and then 300, 200, 100 with the pull pad. So yeah, times 2, and it's time for a swim. Pretty quiet here compared to the other day, so got some 50s and then some 300s and 100s, but on a bit faster than I was doing them the other day. So we'll see how we go. Some upper aerobic and some race-based stuff. So yeah, we'll see how we go. What a difference a day makes. It's about 20 degrees I reckon, and there's no one out here apart from squad. So got a wetsuit swim today, so here we go. Second last swim before Western Sydney.
Hard times, gonna make you wonder why you even try. Hard times, gonna take you down and laugh till you cry. These lives, and I still don't know how I even survive. Hard times, hard times.
Another run done this morning. Got my little sidekick here. She didn't run with me. You're definitely not a running dog. You're a sausage dog. Yeah, I got 6Ks done today. Nothing special. It was just 40 minutes. Easy. Still doesn't feel easy. Just over 6Ks at 6:20 pace. Yeah, I'm not used to running back-to-back days. The body just gets a bit fatigued. I feel all my bones ache. But yeah, it was just a bit of a shuffle. Still a couple of walk breaks there. Contemplating about wearing a singlet. I have been for a while now as the weather heats up. I just feel a bit uncomfortable with the extra weight I'm carrying. But Chris said I looked really nice. I was leaving to walk out the door this morning, so that's all that matters. But yeah, feeling all right. I'm looking forward to a rest day tomorrow. Might jump on the bike.
So it is Wednesday afternoon. Done my swim. Now 2 and a bit hours on the bike. 90 Ks. Hopefully that's a good omen for Sunday. 2 hours 10 minutes. That's what I got written in my little book, so we'll see.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm.
Just wrapping up my ride that was meant to be a run. I did 4 efforts instead of 3, which I was meant to do on the run. About the same length, same rest. Hopefully touches the same systems that the coach was after. But feel 100 times better than I did yesterday on the bike, so good signs, I guess. We'll see you on Sunday.
Would it be wrong, would it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are I'm right. Mutilation out of sight, and I contemplate suicide. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. If somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. If somebody
And for a rehab sound check.
Christo here at Western Sydney, 70.3 Ironman.
Yep.
And do a bit of a practice swim.
Yep.
And we're going to rack the bike.
Yep.
Get locked and loaded. How you feeling?
Bit nervous, but hopefully get in the water and feel a bit better.
Weather's looking pretty good. Get in that water and get a feel for it.
You'll run down the chute, right? The beat will go at the end of the season.
How's that?
Sorry?
How's that?
It was alright. Not as bad as last time.
Yeah. Practice swim done?
Yeah.
Feel alright?
Yeah, ready for tomorrow.
Yes.
Follow some feet.
Could be worse. Could have been your wetsuit. What are you doing?
Yeah. Got the GoPro?
What are you filming on?
I'm filming on my iPhone.
We haven't even done any filming. We're so not vloggers.
One job.
Get on your scooter or scoot to be quicker than this.
Is that on the GoPro?
No, it's not on the GoPro. Kelly forgot the GoPro for all mornings. But we're here.
We're here. We're on our scooter.
Save the legs because we've got to walk all the way over there.
They said I can use this on the run.
So there's no need to push, there's no need to fight your way to the front of the line. Your time will not start till you cross that.
Alright, swim is well on, truly on its way. Chris is just sitting at 5th there. This is the turnaround buoy, the pink one there, and then the far one over the side, and then back down again. It's looking pretty good. Alright, Christo's just going around the first turnaround. And they go over to that second one. And then all the way back down. It's at 1.9 common swim. Looking good.
Can you feel it? Now it's coming back, we can steal it. If we bridge this gap, I can see you through the curtains of the waterfall. When I lost it, yeah, you held my hand, but I tossed it. Didn't understand you were waiting as I dove into the waterfall. So say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo, say Geronimo. Can you feel?
Bombs away, bombs away, bombs away.
Can you feel?
All the way, babe!
Christo
All the way!
hooked up the finish line. Well done, Jamie Smith. Job. Welcome home to the ref. But it's in the past. We can make this thing through the curtains of the waterfall.
Action.
Okay. Didn't start with all right. All right, so another training week. I just did it. Okay. Another training week just done.
Yep.
So this is
race week.
Oh yeah, race week. So taper week. You guys have just seen what we've just done. So talk us through it, Chris. Oh.
Well, the week including the race was actually pretty low volume. Obviously, given the taper nature of the week, it was about 30 kilometres on the feet, which included the half marathon. So I only really ran once apart from that.
Why did you run once?
Because my hip niggle wasn't going away and my knee was still playing up, so I thought I'd rest it and try and give it the best chance to run well on the day.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't watched our previous videos, we did show that Chris had an MRI a couple of weeks ago and he still has a fracture in his knee, which was from a bike accident which involved him being hit by a car last year. So that's why he still has a bit of a sore knee. So yeah, that's why you've done that smaller load and didn't do those sessions that you had to.
Yep. About 11 Ks in the pool, which was just over 3 hours, and a total of 400 Ks on the bike, which was just short of 10 hours.
Okay, so taper week. Do you go taper crazy?
I felt good. I mean, the day before the race, you were saying, like, my coach said 6 hours at 250 watts, and that's sort
6 hours, 6 minutes.
6 minutes
Yep.
at 250 watts, and that's basically what I've been averaging as my average. So I added 50 watts to all of the efforts.
And then you had, wife come and say, why did you do that?
Yeah, so-
But yeah, you're used to such a big training load even before you start a triathlon,
Well, you
How
can
many
handle
Ks?
it just on the bike. Like,
Yeah, how many Ks were you cycling or training?
when I was really training, about 800 Ks a week.
Yeah, right. So him doing a 50-minute ride felt pretty foreign.
Yeah.
But most people feel like that during taper week. Most people, that's why I said taper crazy. People go crazy because they think I need to be doing something. But listen to your coach, listen to your body. But yes, keep going.
So I suppose, from there it's race day.
Yeah.
So everything went pretty good. I mean, to start with, we got there early because you wanted to get there early.
Not
and
early
so-
enough. Christo
Yeah.
was a bit too relaxed. As I've said, I've raced 70.3 several times, so I know it inside out. So I know it gets busy. I know there's traffic there, and I know it's a long walk from the car park all the way around the lakes to where you need to put your stuff in for transition. So we got there in plenty of time. But
Or a scooter, if you brought a scooter.
yeah, we bought a scooter because I know how much walking's involved. Hey, but my whoop still picked up I was doing an activity, so I was still working on the scooter, but keep going.
So look, the day went pretty well. Got out of transition, was like the setting up transition.
Yeah.
So then the race started. I was second off out of the blocks, which is sort of what I wanted to do in case there were some faster swimmers that came past, and I didn't have to go with that initial burst. So that worked quite well until another group sort of came through and sort of split that up. And then I ended up on someone slower's feet, and just it was a bit too easy, and I didn't want to overexert myself because this is only my second real triathlon, so I didn't really want to pull when I knew we were going fast enough, but just not as fast as I could. It was pretty easy. So I came in for a time of 26:29 for the swim. So just wrong feet, but look, overall pretty good. I can't be too disappointed. I wrote down on my little book that I was going to do 26 minutes, so I was near enough.
Yep.
Look, would have rather come out with the front group, which were about, 50 seconds in front of me. So, but,
The regatta water is fresh water, but it's very dead. It feels like you're swimming, but you're not going anywhere, don't you, Ray? Is that a good way to describe it? It's like just dead water. So it's not like swimming in, the ocean where it's salty and quite buoyant. So it does feel like you're going nowhere.
So and then we got into transition. I was probably a bit longer than I'd hoped for, about 2 minutes. It was about 3:30. I just flustered around a bit, so I've got to get better at that. I was in a pretty bad bike location as well, so that
You were pretty far back, weren't you?
yeah. So
When you had to leave bike exit.
Yeah. So anyway, you don't get to pick that.
So I think you were, when I counted, you come out of bike transition, you were sitting at about 17th.
Okay, so within about where I started that segment on my bike, so about 10 minutes plus through the whitewater rafting, I'd pretty much caught up to 4th. Mm-hmm. So I caught a group of about 4 guys, maybe 5 guys. Well, so I've obviously passed another 10.
Yeah, but you came in 3rd. You were the 3rd. When
What?
you come into the Whitewater Rapids, you were sitting at 3rd.
The next time round.
The first time.
I'm talking when I went out.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So you have to go through there on the way out.
Yeah.
So by the time I went through there and out to that hill, the only little hill, I'd pretty much caught 4th place. So, and I was hoping to hold around 300 to 305 watts for the whole thing. I'd probably pushed a bit more than that to get to that point because I was hoping to catch the front of the race. But what became very evident from catching that group was they were strong enough to keep me with them, but half of them were only strong enough to do that. But they were strong enough to bridge a gap if a gap opened, but they weren't strong enough to do a pull. So it was 3 of us doing turns for 6 of us in the line. So
he was either smart or, yeah, a bit cheeky. Yeah.
So I, saved my bickies rather than just towing 2 guys that were in my division around. I thought I'd just roll turns with those 2 other guys that decided to do turns.
Which, yeah, they did, yeah.
So still, it was about the time that I had written down. I wrote 2 hours 10 minutes, and it was 2 hours 10 minutes and 13 seconds. I averaged 275 watts and 285 normalised. So a bit down on what I said I was going to, but
You said it felt easier.
it was way easier than I thought. So I'll take that. I would have taken that going onto the run and hoping for good things. The transition wasn't great. I was trying to tape my ankles because they've been bad as well. The tape didn't stick, so I just brushed that, got out onto the run. So the next group behind had been caught. But yeah, it was pretty evident pretty early on that my hip injury that had been and knee injury that had been hampering me from doing the runs that I'd scheduled for that week was going to play a part in the day, and what I wanted to be sort of 4 minutes or sub 4 minute pace was going to be 3 minute 30 pace. 4 minute 30 pace. So I basically started off at that. I did come good around the 7-8k mark and started to put in some 420s. And I thought, oof, maybe I can warm into this. But then it just, I think the fatigue of the muscles that were protecting those injuries just caught up with me. I managed to hold around those 430s, 440s for most of it, except for the last 3Ks, which got pretty close to 5 minutes. I don't think I did a 5 minute K or thereabouts, but they were around that 5 minute pace. Alrighty.
Take 2. So our battery died. So surroundings are still the same, but the lights lower, sunnies are off, all those sort of things. So you're up to the last 3Ks coming into the finish of 70.3.
Yeah, I managed to hold on to just sub 5 minute, but it wasn't pretty. I was really hurting, so
It looked like you were hurting.
yeah, it was just, and obviously today, day after, I'm barely walking, so something's really not right. So I was just exchanging messages with my coach, probably have at least a week off running and see where everything's at, and then try to build up some strength and rebuild back into things. I'm pretty lucky I don't have anything on the horizon apart from whether or not I'm doing Queenstown half or full, so we'll see where that goes. But
which that's in 7 weeks.
Yes, so anyway, we'll see with that. But overall, so what was the time of the day?
What was your run time?
My run time was 1 hour 37.
Yep. So what was your overall crossing?
My overall time was 4 hours 20 minutes. So
which is a very, very good time for a first 70.3 and your second proper triathlon. So, Christo is, a little bit disappointed, but for us average normal people think that's pretty incredible. And I got so many lovely messages from everyone on Instagram saying, are you okay? You're amazing. Congratulations. All those sort of things. So you've got to look at those positives as well.
I mean, it was 20 minutes slower than I had planned to have the day, but yeah, look, I suppose if you don't shoot for the stars, you won't get there. So that's always been my, how I've approached things. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing, but yeah, like you say, most people would kill for a 4 hour 20 half Ironman. So I've got to take that as well. But,
So let's wrap it up there. What does your week of training look like now?
This coming week? Well, today's the first day after. I don't have anything.
Yep. So we might do something a bit different with our video that we'll upload for the following week of that. We'll try and work out something what we'll show you guys that you might like.
Or let us know as well. And in the meantime.
So all good. All right. So don't forget, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I know it's one of those things that everyone says, but it really does help push the channel forward. And we'll see you next time.
All right.